joining us on Cosplay O. I'm here with Yasmin today. Yasmin, what are we making?
Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make pattern blocks for your Warbler armor pieces. Super easy, super cheap to do. All we need is some cling wrap, some tape, same tape that Justin likes to use, and then marker, and then scissors. One thing I've got to tell you, we're going to be getting really close to the skin, but I'll do my best not to dissect you. This is not Surgeon Simulator. We cannot turn back.
So I'm guessing you need my arm?
I will be using you. You are my victim.
I am a victim. This is getting scarier.
No, I talk a lot. It's all talk.
Uh-oh.
So basically, all we do, you might need, depending on how you want to do it, you can get little pieces or big pieces of cling wrap. All we do is just wrap it around. It doesn't have to be super clean. This is just making sure that the tape doesn't stick to your skin or your hairs, so there'll be less pain there.
Sure.
Beautiful. And I'll get a little bit extra just to cover up the top of your arm there.
I'm pretty lucky I pretty much have no hairs on my arms.
That's the opposite of me. I have extremely hairy arms. I got my dad's genes on that end.
Yeah.
Or maybe my mom's. I don't know. Sorry, Mom. So we've got that covered there. Again, doesn't have to be clean. Just so long as you've got your basic parts covered. Now, I always like to make sure, with my armour, I always like to be practical. So I always make sure I cut the armour off where your limbs are. So you've got to just practice where you think your joints will be. I always get my arm and just muck around and figure out where I'm going to go. But I'll do this pretty easily around, there we go, deal with me. So this will take a little bit to do. So I always start off with the base and then I just build up from there. And eventually, have you all covered up. You will be mummified. It's easy to do this on your own. If you do have someone to help you around, that's even better. But as cosplayers, we always do this on our own, don't we?
Doing this to ourselves.
We end up all crying to ourselves, like, I wish I had a friend to help me.
And then the doorbell rings and it's a delivery guy wrapped in masking tape.
I've actually done that before. I run around half naked and a delivery man's come on my wigs and he's just like, what the hell is going on?
Cosplay.
Oh, it's quite an eccentric hobby, isn't it?
It really is.
Alrighty. So just make sure that's pretty much taped down, nice and solid.
Yeah.
And what I do, I mark out, and I just dropped the lid, sorry. I always mark out where my cut line is.
Okay.
So this is pretty much what we're going to be joining together. And I also, just flip your arm around, I always mark the middle and the front here. Especially if your armour is mirrored, the designer mirror is symmetrical, I only do half of it.
Okay.
And then I just mirror it on the other side. When I'm cutting out my templates, it saves you time and it makes sure everything is completely accurate.
Awesome.
Now, I do have my pieces here from Ribbon from League of Legends. I'm currently building her to take overseas. I'm going to mimic what's going on here, or as close as possible. So what I'll do, I'm a lefty, I'm sorry.
Okay.
My elbow you, I'm
Would
sorry.
you like me to stand on the other side? Would that make it easier for you?
Oh shit, wait, actually this works. We'll figure this out on the way. So what we do is just mark out pretty much where you want to go and just bring your hands around for me. There we go. That's it. Depending on what your design is, you can muck around, have fun, or if you're making your own costumes. And I do mine here. I also mark the layers of my costume. For example, if I'm just getting one layer of foam here, I just mark one. If I need 2 or 3 layers of foam, I'll mark it as well. It just helps you keep track of everything. And we also need an outline. That will come in handy too.
You're very well organised.
Me?
That's great.
I actually thought I wasn't. Alrighty, this is the dangerous part.
Okay.
So if you want to hold out your arm, I don't know how we're going to do this. So we'll figure this out. Just scream if I hurt you. So what we do, we just cut down the middle. Very slowly. I'm so scared. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, and success.
Hey.
Beautiful. Now the good thing with the tape is that unlike fabric, if you make pattern blocks for dresses, this is actually going to shape to your arm, wherever else in your body. So you've got the perfect shape. You don't have to worry about pinning it through or anything like that. It's all set to go. And so all we do, there we go, we flatten it out, and then you pretty much just cut it out. Super easy, and then you're pretty much ready to make whatever you want after this.
That really is very simple.
It's super easy, super quick. I have a lot of people ask me how on earth I make my costume so fast, and this is it. Just
Pattern blocking.
Pattern blocking, it may seem like it takes a long time, but really in the end, especially as you get used to it, you save a hell of a lot of time.
Because you're eliminating all that trial and error.
Always. Also, what I quickly do, I also use is I block everything just to mirror it. One tip which I'll show in another tutorial, depending on the thickness of your foam, you have to add extra foam to it. So for example, if I'm using just a 2mm foam, I add 2mm allowance in extra, because if you're stretching around and you add warble on top, it's gonna, you know, not cover your arm properly.
Okay.
If you're adding really thick foam, for example, like this guy, for example, I had to add an extra 6 mils to it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like fabric. I mean, like costume design with your fabric. So, and I'll do the same. I'd write 6mm, just mark everything, just so you know what you're doing.
Fantastic.
And that's it. So easy.
Thanks very much, Yaz. Really appreciate
Oh,
your
good.
help.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy you're all in.
I am all in one piece.
Beautiful.
Thanks for joining us, Stuart Home.
On the table.
I know.
Where can my face hit?